Joining me now ahead of his pro debut, but not his APFC debut, Jeremy Strobel Jr. got a big win as an amateur on the same stage, back as a pro next Sunday. How are you feeling, my man?
I feel great. I'm ready to be back. Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How does it feel going into your pro debut? Why was now the time for the pro debut? Talk to me a little bit.
I don't think it's really just now. I feel like the time for the pro debut has been ready. It's just been a matter of time for I guess having the right fights in place. Me and my coach have had a plan for years that we're gonna have this fight, this fight, this fight, and then once I'm ready, I'm gonna turn pro. So, I mean, now is the time and I'm ready to go.
You're around some of the best bodies in the gym, but you also now have a ton of cage experience yourself. Would you say that having the amateur fights is just a whole nother level of being prepared in comparison? Because even in training, you're with the best guys around, but it's not like you're fully going at it as you would in an actual fight per se.
Yeah, no, the experience is definitely a beast in its own. That's something that everybody I feel like needs for sure. But I would say that me having the people around me that I do have also is just as important as the experiences that I have received. Because there's so much that I've learned from the people around me, my teammates, Christian Rodriguez, Sergio Pettis, Anthony Pettis, the list goes on and on. My great coaches, Coach Duke Rufus, Coach Scott Cushman. There's so much experience that I've gained from them that I would never be able to gain from a cage experience that I'm so grateful to have.
How does it feel being around these bodies in the gym and seeing guys who have been in your position, who have actually climbed all the way to now a Bellator world champion and borderline ranked contender in Christian Rodriguez?
It's a blessing, number one, and it feels great to have something around you that is inspiring and motivating you to get to where you need to be. Like you just said, I mean, they've literally done everything that I'm trying to do between just making it to certain places to being a world champion and having me around that is priceless.
Obviously, APFC 7 is a big show, our return to Hammond, but why should the fans be tuned into your fight specifically and have a close eye on this one?
I believe that I possess one of the best skill sets in mixed martial arts, just not bantamweight. I believe I can do it all on the feet. I believe I can do it all on the ground, and I believe that I can finish anybody in any spot of that octagon.
Do you think that you could find a finish on your opponent in that cage? And what do you think of your opponent from what you've seen thus far?
I'll just start by saying I do respect my opponent. I believe that this is a great opportunity for me to express my skill set on a high level. But with that, I know where I stand, like we just talked about. I have some of the best teammates, some of the best coaches in the world. I've been surrounded by them for years, and I know where I stand, and I know that I'm gonna get the finish.
What would you say to the fans as to why they should be tuned into APFC 7 next Sunday?
You're witnessing the start of a historic run. I'm not here just to be a professional fighter. I'm not here just to win professional fights, to say that I did this. I'm here to be a world champion and inspire the world.
If all goes well, do you think you could see another one in there by the end of the year? We're going to be in the beginning of the beginning of September, so there's plenty of time.
Yeah, I'm hoping to turn it right around and come back for APFC Milwaukee if all goes as planned and we find somebody for that.
The Midwest might be on fire for Jeremy Strobel towards the end of this year. Jeremy, thank you so much for joining me. We'll have to jump on for a longer one in the future, but best of luck in the cage next weekend, man.
Thank you, bro. It was nice talking to you again.
APFC 7 goes down next Sunday, and Jeremy Strobel takes on Cade Herod at APFC 7 in Hammond, Indiana. Don't miss it, and don't miss Jeremy Strobel's rise as a pro prospect.